They should have died. There are places on Earth where the human body shuts down in minutes, where exposed skin freezes before pain can even register, where breath crystallizes in the air, where the sun vanishes for months and darkness becomes a physical weight. No food grows there. No shelter exists naturally. No warmth is guaranteed. And yet, humans walked into these places, not with technology, not with protection, not with knowledge of what awaited them. They brought children, they brought elders, they brought their entire future. According to biology, they should have failed. According to evolution, they were never meant to survive. But they didn't just survive, they stayed. This is one of the greatest contradictions in human history, a story so extreme that even modern science still struggles to fully explain it. How did a species evolved under the African sun conquer lands of permanent ice? How did humans outlast creatures built for cold? And why did they keep going when turning back meant survival? This is not a story of courage. It is a story of necessity, intelligence, and a terrifying willingness to adapt or disappear forever. This is the story of how humans conquered frozen worlds. Long before cities, before writing, before agriculture, humans did something that should not have been possible. They walked into frozen worlds, not briefly, not accidentally, but permanently. They entered lands where the ground never softened, where the air itself could kill in minutes, and where the sun disappeared for months at a time. Chapter 1. The Ice Age Earth. To understand the scale of this achievement, we must first understand the world humans entered. During the peak of the Ice Age, temperatures in northern regions were not just cold, they were lethal. Winter temperatures in Siberia and northern Europe could drop far below what any modern human experiences today. Glaciers stretched across continents like slow-moving walls of death. Sea levels dropped by over 100 meters, exposing land bridges, but also creating massive frozen deserts. Food was scarce. Plants were seasonal or non-existent. Animals migrated constantly or disappeared entirely. And yet, humans moved north. Why? Because frozen worlds were not empty. They were rich, but only to those who understood them. Chapter 2. The first step into the cold. The first humans who entered cold regions were not adapted for ice. They had dark skin evolved for African sun. They had no fur. They had no natural insulation. What they had was something far more powerful: behavioral flexibility. Instead of evolving slowly over thousands of generations, humans adapted culturally within a single lifetime. They learned to track animals across snow, use fat as fuel, build shelters instead of relying on bodies, read the wind, not just the land. Cold was no longer an enemy. It became a system to understand. Chapter 3. Fire, the true weapon. Fire was not just warmth, it was survival infrastructure. In frozen worlds, fire allowed humans to melt ice into water, cook frozen meat, dry clothing, protect against predators, create social gathering points. But fire alone was not enough. You must carry it, protect it, feed it. Frozen humans developed fire-keeping traditions, embers transported over long distances, guarded like life itself. In ice-covered lands, losing fire meant death within hours. Chapter 4. Clothing, the second skin. Clothing was humanity's first artificial evolution. Early cold weather clothing was not decorative, it was anatomical engineering. Animal hides were stitched with bone needles, fur was layered with precision. Fat was rubbed into skins to repel moisture. This was not fashion. This was thermal survival science. Mistakes meant frostbite. Frostbite meant disability. Disability meant death. Every stitch mattered. Chapter 5: The Hidden Psychology of Cold Survival. Cold doesn't just attack the body, it attacks the mind. Long darkness, isolation, silence, and extreme scarcity push the human brain toward despair. Frozen world humans survived not just physically, but psychologically. They developed storytelling traditions, rituals around fire, group bonding behaviors, shared memory systems. Isolation kills faster than hunger. Community was insulation for the mind. Chapter 6: Confronting the Ice Age Megabeasts. Frozen worlds were ruled by giants, mammoths, woolly rhinos, cave lions. Humans were not stronger. They were not faster. They were smarter. They used persistence hunting, cooperative traps, environmental manipulation. Frozen landscapes amplified human intelligence. Ice turned geography into a weapon. Chapter 7: Siberia, the Edge of Existence. Siberia was not a stepping stone, it was a test. Humans reached Siberia over 30,000 years ago, during extreme cold phases. They lived where winter could last most of the year. They adapted diets almost entirely dependent on fat and meat. They learned to read snow like maps. They survived blizzards without shelter. No civilization, no agriculture, just endurance. Chapter 8: The Journey into the Americas. Eventually, frozen humans reached a place that changed history forever: Beringia, a land bridge between continents. This was not an easy crossing. It was a frozen wasteland stretching for thousands of kilometers. Yet humans crossed it, not as explorers, as families. Children, elders, and entire communities moved through ice into an unknown world and survived. Chapter 9: Biology begins to change. Only after thousands of years did biology catch up. Body proportions shifted, fat storage patterns changed, skin pigmentation evolved. Culture came first, evolution followed. Frozen worlds reshaped the human body, but only because humans reshaped their behavior first. Chapter 10: The Greatest Adaptation Story Ever Told. Humans did not conquer frozen worlds by overpowering them. They listened to them. They learned patterns. They memorized seasons. They respected limits. This was not domination. It was negotiation with nature. Frozen worlds were never meant for humans, and yet humans made them home. Closing: What the ice taught us. Today, we live in climate-controlled cities, but inside us is the legacy of those who slept beside ice and woke beside fire. The frozen world did not break humanity, it forged it. Long before modern civilization, humans proved one thing: there is no environment too hostile, only knowledge not yet learned.